Mourning Rabotai. Now that we're in the period of Sefirat Haomer, now it's not so nogea anymore, but there are different minhagim about Sefirat Haomer in terms of when the Avelut period should be observed. Everybody agrees that it's 33 or 34 days. Now the question is when to begin it. According to Maran Shulchan Aruch, there's only one minhag, which is what all the Sfaradim do, which is from the beginning of Sefirat Haomer until the 34th day of the Omer, meaning only the beginning of the 34th, Miktzat Hayom Kekulo, and that's it. Among the Ashkenazim, the Rama and the Mishnah Berurah in Siman Tav Tzadi Gimal bring down two different minhagim. Some start like the Sfaradim from the beginning, and some start only from Rosh Chodesh Iyar until 3 days before Shavuot, which is another period of 33 days. Different places do different minhagim. What happens sometimes is, like I said, after Rosh Chodesh, now we're well into Chodesh Iyar already. Now it's not so nogea, but it's come up a few times in the past few weeks. Let's say an Ashkenazi who has the minhag to begin the Omer mourning period after Rosh Chodesh Iyar makes a wedding or some sort of simcha during, let's say, a wedding. Before Rosh Chodesh Iyar, or on not on Rosh Chodesh Iyar because that's when it starts, but at least before Rosh Chodesh Iyar, when according to Sfaradim it's already asur, it's already the minhag not to. So by wedding, there's music and dancing and all sorts of stuff like that, which according to our minhag is asur. So I one time heard a friend of mine asked, Rav David Feinstein, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, and this psak makes a lot of sense, that as long as the Baal Simcha, as long as the person making the simcha is doing so beheter, according to his minhag, which means according to that minhag of the Ashkenazim, he's doing it permissibly. Not to say that if a person holds a wedding right now, even according to Sfaradim, there's an isur. It's not forbidden. The minhag is not to. He's not doing an isur. There's a mitzvah for Pirya B'Riviyad. Just the minhag, Israel is not to do it. So especially if the person holding the wedding or whatever the simcha is doing so beheter, according to his minhag, one is allowed to participate. You are allowed to participate in that simcha, just like you're allowed to participate in any other simcha that falls out during Sefirat Haomer. Beheter. If there's a Brit Milah during Sefirat Haomer, you allowed to go? Of course you're allowed to go. If there's music, according to Minhag Sfaradim at least, you're allowed to have music. Same thing with Pidyon, Bar Mitzvah Bizmano, like we spoke about the other day. The same thing with weddings, although it's customary not to have weddings, but if the Baal Simcha is doing so, beheter, according to his minhag, then it would be perfectly permissible, even for Sfaradim, to participate in that wedding. The same thing, by the way, on the flip side. What happens after the 34th day of the Omer, when the Sfaradim start holding weddings? So let's say Sfaradim makes a wedding, and the Minhag Ashkenazim, right, some Ashkenaz guy, he's in the middle of Sefirat Haomer, the mourning period, according to his minhag. Is he allowed to come to the Sfaradi's wedding? Same thing. Since the Sfaradi is making the wedding beheter, so he's allowed to attend and be Msamech, Simchat Chatan Bekala, Vechule Vechule. That's only with regards to attending, dancing, listening to the music. A lot of people say, well, if I'm going to the wedding, if I'm allowed to go to the wedding, I have to shave, I have to zeh, I have to look presentable. Chatan Bekala, that's already a little bit far-fetched. Nobody's looking at you. Nobody cares what you look like, right? That's another, that's another situation. If you're Chatan Bekala, immediate family, we'll talk about that. But if you're not, so don't think, nobody's really hyper-focused on how your face looks at the Chatuna, so just go be Samech, Simchat Chatan Bekala, V'zeh, Yom Tov.